Hi, welcome back to 1/6 RC Tank Workshop. It's been quite a while since I've had a video. Very busy over the last few months. I've had a couple of big orders from customers that I've had to complete, so very little time to devote to the channel. But work is cleared up at the moment, so getting back to work on the Panzer III. In the last video, I was showing you how I made some parts for the suspension units, bump stops, and also the shocks. The work I've done on the shocks for the front suspension. These are at the front and rear. I wasn't very happy with the Armortek parts in dimensions or even the way they work. The Armortek parts had no springs inside. They're just decorative. So I put some springs inside, but now I'm going to have a look at maybe a different spring because these springs were very short. They'll still be mainly decorative, but at least have a nice damping feature. So now I'll take these dampers off and try the new springs. So here are the new springs. I'd like something a little bit heavier, but at least they're long enough. So we'll try these. The diameter of the spring is good. And here we have the damping action. So we'll get these fitted now. At a later date, I'll have a look at the fixings. But I think for now it's a good improvement. Here you can see the suspension unit fitted. The damping working really nice. I've also started adding these dummy cone heads. There's a few of them along the hull. I showed how to make these on the lathe on an earlier video. They're just decorative and they're just glued in place. In the future I'll get some more of these castellated nuts in 3mm and also 2.5mm size. And I'll fit them wherever required. And now I've added some etch primer. Let's have a look now at some pictures from the Bovington Panzer III. Some close-ups of the underside. Thanks again for watching. If you're enjoying the video, please remember to subscribe and support the channel. It costs nothing and it might give me the incentive to go on making a few more videos. That's all I'm going to do for now on the lower hull. Next I'll move on to the rear deck. We have some air vents to work on, some hinges for the hatches, some lifting hooks. There's quite a few details to add there. So let's get started. The next issue I want to tackle is the rear hatches. Here's one of the rear hatches. And it fits flush with the deck. Originally Armortek stopped the hatches from falling inside the vehicle with just a couple of steel brackets that fitted over these two corners. And the same on the bottom hatches here. I didn't like it. I thought it was a bit messy. So I made these sort of subframes that the hatches will sit on. The cutouts are to allow for the brackets. And these will fit in something like this. I'll use some countersunk screws and hide them to fit these. And then the hatches will fit neatly in on top. I think it looks much neater. Next thing will be to fit these brackets. These are for the larger hatches. And then a couple more for the smaller hatches. And again cutouts to allow for the brackets that fit the deck onto the hull. So now you can see I fitted the new brackets. I haven't screwed them in yet. They're held in place at the moment with some double-sided tape. But I've made countersunk holes and I'll fit some countersunk 2mm screws to hold everything together. And here I've fitted all the screws. They're countersunk. I'll put some filler over these so they won't be seen. And here's the other side. And now the hatches are nicely supported. Next will be to work on the hatches themselves. The hatches have these fittings, they're solid blocks. I want to do something with these. These vents are fairly solid pieces of aluminium. So what I've done, I've milled out a large section of the interior here. This will have one advantage of reducing the weight overall. The hatches would be very heavy otherwise, but it's taken quite a lot of weight off. You can see here in the drawings of the hatches, they're held in place with these small brackets. The next step will be to try and make some brackets. They won't actually hold the hatch in place, they'll simply be dummies, but they'll give the effect. The ends will be hidden inside here. And here are the small brackets. So they will be seen just from underneath here. To fit the brackets, I'll use some small screws, either a 9BA or an 8BA, not too sure yet. I think these are 9BAs, but I don't have enough to do the job, so I'll have to order some. Here you can see I've milled out the kit vent covers. I've also made these small brackets which would have supported the vent covers on the real vehicle. They're not part of the kit. These are to be held in place with some small screws. I think these are 9BA, but I don't have enough of these. I've only got a few and I need about 50. So rather than buy some, I'm 3D printing them. Here's one of the 3D printed hex head screws. They don't need to be strong, they're just purely decorative. Here's my printer printing out the screws. I'm just doing 10 at a time. I need 50. This is the Bamboo Labs A1 printer. It's printing this small batch of screws in about 8 minutes. So fairly fast, certainly faster than I can work. And they're done. Here we have the brackets fitted with the 3D printed plastic screws. They don't serve any structural purpose. I think it's a waste to use real screws. These are fine. Once the primer is dry, I can fit the vent covers and fill any unnecessary holes. I'll have to make new hinges. The hinges that came with the kit were pretty poor, so I need to make new hinges. So let's put the rear deck hatches in place. This being one of the earlier Panzer III models, I think it's from around 2009, The rear deck and top deck is steel. These hatches are also steel, but the vent cover is aluminium. So the rear deck is actually very heavy. And now another look at the Bovington Panzer III. You can see here the rear deck. This is what I'm trying to recreate. I'm trying to get some measurements. Here you can just about see those brackets I'm working on. And of course those deck hinges. Here's a better view of those hinges. Here you can see using the 3D printer, I've made these covers for the vents and they're a perfect fit for the Armortek fitting. The vent itself had quite a lot of machine marks, but I took these off with a belt sander. Here you can see the 3D printer making deck hooks. The deck hooks will be plastic. Let me know what you think in the comments regarding using plastic parts on these Armortek kits. Parts are just coming to completion now. And here we have some 3D printed deck hooks. And here's a couple of them mounted on the deck. The deck hooks are plastic. I may make them in metal at some stage, but for now I'm happy enough with those. And here's the hinges I've made for the rear deck. I've cast them in white metal and I'll fit them with M2 countersunk screws. Here we have the white metal hinges in place. There's 8 of them on the rear deck. Quite pleased how they turned out. And they'll give access to electronics. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully be back soon with more work on the Panzer III. I'm hoping next time to get some work done on the track boards along the side. These are the parts supplied with the kit to attach to track boards. I'm hoping to make a more detailed version of these. It still needs to be quite strong to support the boards. So stay subscribed and hopefully not too long before the next video. I'll put a link to some videos at the end and I'll also add some photographs from the Panzer III at Bovington.